Hello everyone, welcome to Ani Recap. Today I will tell you the story of an anime called Battle in 5 Seconds After Meeting. I will help you save time by recapping it. Grab your snack, water, and girlfriend if you had one. Enjoy. Early in this story, we are introduced to the main character. He is a genius boy named Shiroyanagi Akira. He always gets first place on a school test, but he is bored because achieving it is too easy. But in the other hand, playing games are more fun to him because there is more pattern and challenges needed to complete rather than the school test. When he wants to go to school, he immediately got attacked by someone. Akira thinks of this attack as a game, so he has a strong will to beat him. Akira baits him into an abandoned building to set up a trap. The person that attacks Akira has a super strength that normal people don't have, but with Akira's plan and trap he manages to beat it as his plan. But after beating it, there is a woman appears behind Akira. She told Akira that he can't win this fight because it is a loss event, and shoot Akira immediately. At the last moment, Akira asks that if this is a losing event there will be the next game, right? And that women say, yes, he's right. Then, Akira wakes up in a room with a bunch of people. They were all handcuffed and don't have an idea of what's going on. Then, that woman appears once again and explains what's going on. Her name is Mion. She here is a navigator. She explained that everyone here is chosen as a monitor, or we can say a player in their project. In his explanation there were two main points. First, they were already dead in the real world, and they all have some power like Mion has. They were here as an experiment subject, and if they rated doesn't appropriate in this experiment they will be eliminated. Then, Mion explains the rule. The handcuff is functionated as their power blocker. And 5 seconds after the red lamps turn green they're free to use their power. If they kill another player there is no punishment. When Mion answers their question, one of the navigators tells that the time is over and this is the time to move to the first event, a duel one-on-one. Before they go to the first event they are led to a room to figure out and test their power. Akira is shocked knowing what his power is, but we haven't been told yet. Mion and the other staff are monitoring the player. And Mion said that Akira is his favorite person in this experiment. And the first program has begun, and Akira faces a person that has the power to turn a stick into a sword. Akira keeps dodging his attack and baits the enemy into a dark room and making momentum. Akira baits his enemy and provoke the enemy to think that his power is too dangerous and makes his enemy thinks that Akira's power is a cannon that Mion has. Immediately a cannon popped out of his hand and Akira shoots the enemy and wins the first program. After winning the fight, we got a flashback. Akira's power is called Sophist. His power allows Akira to have any power that the enemy thinks he has. So because of that, Akira doesn't use his power immediately, but instead, he makes a timing that the enemy will trust his word and thinks that cannon is his power. With this, the first program is done and they move to the second program. We move to another character. This time we showed a girl named Yuri. Before coming to this place, she is a normal student. She once comes to a boy that looks depressed and gives him a handkerchief, but, after Yuri gives him that handkerchief he always stalks Yuri wherever she goes, and if he got spotted he always says lucky to meet you. Yuri has a broken family. His mother always brings different men that she meets coincidentally. That man also brings his daughter and Yuri's mother told her to look after her. After that, Yuri goes to seek some fresh air and found that the stalker wants to suicide. Yuri immediately runs to the top of the building and tries to save him. Before he jump, he say they were after that coincidental meeting they were already bounded. After catching that guy's hand, he suddenly catches back Yuri's hand and jumps together with Yuri and ended up in this place coincidentally. It looks like Yuri is very disliking the word coincidental. Then Yuri checks her power and tests it. Back to Yuri's flashback. The girl that was brought by her mother's new boyfriend is named Riria. Yuri is planning to leave this house as soon as her salary from the side job is enough. Riria was told to stay at home while his father go out with Yuri's mother. They were going out in the morning and didn't go back until Yuri come home in the afternoon. So Yuri cook her some food and tell that she doesn't know when will they go home and told Riria to go shower. In the bathroom, Yuri sees Riria's body and she gets shocked. After that incident, Yuri felt pity for Riria. Back to the experiment. Yuri faces his first opponent. He doesn't have great power, but his body is already muscular even without his power. His power knowing somebody's status if he smells that person. Yuri fought that guy, and because her enemy doesn't know Yuri's power, he make a mistake by catching Yuri. Then Yuri fight back, and with her fast movement Yuri move behind him and punch him with her power. Yuri's power is increasing her physical strength 5 times. The navigator is shocked by Yuri because normally that power will be hard to use at first, but Yuri uses it normally. Yuri wants to quickly go out of this game and met Riria. Back to Akira. Not the same as Yuri. Akira doesn't want to leave here. He wants to make the person that gives him his power regret. In his room, Akira thought of many things and was impressed with his power. It's time for the second program. Akira moves to the second program room. Right after Akira enters the room, Mion explains that the second program is a team fight 5 versus 5. They were given time 2 hours to discuss with their team. After getting an explanation from Mion, one of Akira's team named Sawatari take the first action to introduce himself. He has power that considers useless, turning a button into a lead. Then Sawatari asked everyone to introduce themselves and told their power so that they can know what power their team has. Then, one by one the team introduced themselves. First is Yuri. As we know, she has the power to increase physical strength 5 times. Kurisaki. He is Akira's enemy in the first program. He has the power to turn a stick into a sword. Next is Kumagiri. He has the power to become invisible for 2 seconds. Then, the time Akira introduces himself, Akira chooses to say that his power is cannon like Kurisaki knows. Because the biggest weakness of this power is if someone knows his power. After introduce, Sawatari asks to everyone show their power, but Akira immediately changes the topic because he can use his power if there is no enemy. Akira waits until the time is almost running out, then asks Yuri to show her power. Akira wants to test what is increasing and what is not from Yuri's power, because he thinks Yuri's power is key to winning this program. Then, they go to the second program. In the ring, Mion explains that the battle is not a team fight but instead a 1 versus 1, but the point is accumulated to their team. And the first battle is between Sawatari and a woman named Kashi Rin. Sawatari acts like he has such great power and negotiates to coin toss with Rin. Whoever loses has to surrender. But the time Sawatari tosses the coin, Rin kills Sawatari with her power. The team argues with each other because of Sawatari's death. But they must continue the fight. The second fight is between Kumagiri and Totaro Ringo, but Ringo surrenders immediately after entering the ring. Ringo said to their team that it was impossible to win. Ringo power is copying power but only 10% of it. Then, the third fight begins between Kurisaki and Seiko. Seiko has the power to turn a marble into a big size. Kurisaki and Sako's fight is intense. The big size marble definitely can't be sliced with a sword. But Kurisaki can cut it without a problem. It is because Kurisaki's power is to turn a stick into a sword that can cut everything. Kurisaki is very self-confident in this fight and ended up underestimating his enemy and getting baited to Sako's plan and ended up defeated by Seiko. The next fight is between Akira and Kitajima Koji. Ringo looks like ever heard Akira's name. In this fight, Akira doesn't target to win, but instead to know what is considered the enemy to his skill. Akira tries to think of his team as an enemy but it doesn't work. Then he provokes Kurisaki and acts like wants to shoot him, and yes, his power can be used. So the enemy that has been considered in Akira's skill is when either Akira and who is his target thinks they are enemies to each other. Then with the introduction from shooting Kurisaki, now all of the enemies think Akira's power is a cannon, so Akira beat the enemy easily. For information, Koji's power is to neutralize every power but he must touch the ground. The next fight is between Yuri and the stalker that always follows Yuri. He has the power to change his body to become as tough as steel, but with Yuri's power, she punches him out of the ring. And with that, the second program ended with Akira's team winning. Mion appears and is told that there is punishment for the losing team, and this leads them to some room. In the way there, Akira thinks that the losing team will be killed and other negative think. But, once they enter the room, Mion serves a meal for the winner and the losing team must serve the winning team. In there, Yuri says that her hand is hurt because of the fights before and Akira gives her handkerchief to Yuri. Then after eating they move to the third program. Mion said that the punishment before is a joke and after this is the real punishment. Before entering the third program they were told to split up. Each person must choose one door. Akira said to Yuri that the handkerchief he gave is so important to him, so he told Yuri to keep his handkerchief and return it when they meet again. Akira does this to plant trust to Yuri. Then they enter the third program. Before entering the third program there is slight information. Akira has been given a smartphone and 100 points, the objective is to earn 1000 points. And for the first 30 minutes, every kill will count as 10 points. Akira starts running to find an enemy and meets a guy, but that guy doesn't attack Akira and says that he wants to recruit Akira to his team. Not long after that, Yuri run to them because she was being chased by 4 people that say they were from the red team. The red team member calls that guy that wants to recruit Akira as a green team boy. Then, the red team starts attacking them to force Akira and Yuri to join the red team, but Akira and Yuri are guarded by that green team boy. One of the red teams uses their power, it is a cannon, then Yuri says that they have the same power as you Akira. With that, now all of the enemies think Akira's power is cannon, then Akira starts using his cannon and runs away from them. After succeeding to run away, that guy explains what is the third program to Akira and Yuri. He's Saito Katsuya, a green team member. He has the power to turn a stick into a bow with an unlimited arrow. Akira thanks him and looks interesting to the green team. After a bit of talking, Katsuya invite Akira and Yuri to the green team domain. In the green domain, they meet so many people of many different ages, from old and even a baby that birthed in here. Akira assumes that this third program must be running for so long. Then, they go to the leader room from the green team. We also get shown that Rin is joining the red team. Back to Akira. When they enter the leader room, the green leader named Shiroyanagi is shocked after hearing Akira and Yuri's power. Then the green leader starts to explain about the team. There is 3 teams here. Red team, always hunt people and recruit them to strengthen their team. They don't want to go out of this program. They know that the third program isn't the best place to live, but there is no guarantee that the next program is better than this. Next is the green team, which protects weak people from the red team. And there is one more team, a blue team. They're a neutral team that doesn't support each side. Yuri decides to join the green team, but Akira says that there is one more choice right. And threatens Shiroyanagi. The leader says to Akira, maybe you will know what you want to know if you shoot. Then Akira shoots Shiroyanagi. Turns out Shiroyanagi can deflect it easily. Here Akira just wants to know, or they have a chance to win against the red team. And because it's already afternoon they want to get rest, but because there are so many new recruits Akira and Yuri decide to use one room. Yuri seems like having a feeling for Akira. In the room, Akira writes a paper and gives it to Yuri. In that paper is written that Akira's real power is telepathy. When Yuri believes this, Akira can use the power and talk to Yuri with this power. Akira told that they were being stalked because of their power. But with that power now they can talk freely. Akira and Yuri start to talking each other past life before getting here, and after talking Akira starts to trust Yuri and tell Yuri his true power. After that, Mion informs that there is a quest tomorrow, a ghoul hunting. Tomorrow, the green team attends the mission and defeats so many ghouls. Akira can switch his power easily because of Yuri. They were doing good, until the red team leader appear. Their name is Kuro and Ichi. Kuro has the power to charge debt by force so that they can have so many slaves. Seeing the red team leader, Shiroyanagi decide to retreat. But Kuro sends his slave to die from a ghoul, and Mion also send one very powerful ghoul. So Shiroyanagi doesn't have any other choice besides protecting them. Ringo is also one of the Kuro slaves, but she got saved by Akira. Because of the condition, Shiroyanagi is forced to show his power. His power is to receive damage and give it back to the enemy, but he will get half of the damage. But the ghoul isn't dead yet. Shiroyanagi tells them to retreat, but Yuri can't let Shiroyanagi fight alone, so she comes to support Shiroyanagi. Here Kuro and Ichi just want to see the green team power, so until here, their plan is going well. Akira also goes to fight that ghoul with Yuri. They go to distract the ghoul and bait it to Kuro and Ichi's blind spot. After that, Akira tells Yuri to think that Akira's power is teleportation. Right before Akira got punched by the ghoul, he teleported and shoots the ghoul right in his mouth. But the ghoul isn't dead yet. Then Ichi comes to defeat the ghoul and wants to fight with the green team, but he is immediately stopped by Mion. Mion tells that she wants to make things more interesting. She makes this a quest, a king hunting quest. The rule is simple: if the smartphone of the king got stolen or connects with the attacker's smartphone, their team will lose. After that, the green team and red team back to their base and thought of a strategy. When one of the green teams goes out to search for firewood, she got attacked by the red team, but she was saved by Kumagiri. Then they back to the green base. Kumagiri now joins the green team with Akira and Yuri. In green base camp, Ringo comes to meet Akira to thank him and tell him that she knows Akira's power, but she doesn't want to tell everyone about it. She wants to be Akira's partner. She knows this because her power not only copies the enemy's power but also sees what their power is, and because Ringo once becomes the slave of the red team, she knows all of their power. After that, Akira invites Yuri to accompany him on this day. Akira says that he wants to meet the blue team leader this day. In other places, one of the red team that survives the ghoul incident comes to meet Kuro and tells him that he sees Akira and that ghoul fight and tell that Akira's power is not just canon but there is something else besides canon. Back to Akira and Yuri. Before they go to meet the blue team, they try a bunch of power and Akira tells Yuri about Ringo. Then they meet the blue team. Akira made a negotiation with the blue team. If they participate in this fight, green team will give them a bunch of points. The blue team is refusing at first and the leader named Omoto says that he wants the blue team to participate. Akira must give Yuri to him, but Akira immediately refuses it and say that it doesn't worth it. If he wants Yuri, Akira said Omoto himself must fight below Akira's command. Seeing the green team has a chance to win, Omoto accept the trade and tell his member, but Omoto himself will not join the war. Tomorrow the war begins, and there is an additional rule. There is 5 tower on the battlefield. If the team activate the tower, they will achieve a different point called Mion points. With this point, they can do so much stuff, like a shout, disabling power, and many more. Then the war begins, and the green team immediately secure one tower, but unexpectedly Ichi comes to the tower that the green team target while Kuro is hiding. The main base guarded by Kumagiri is also getting attacked, and also the support team to defeat Ichi is getting attacked. And a bunch of green members is being killed by one of the red team members. There is one red team member that is told by Kuro to especially search for and kill Akira. On the other side, Akira meets Rin to negotiate with her. But we didn't get told what are they negotiate. But we didn't get told what are they negotiate yet. Kumagiri fights someone with the power to shrink everything like distance, handcuffed, string, and many more. Because the support team that wants to help fight Ichi is attacked. Yuri comes to help fight Ichi and leaves Akira to find Kuro alone. But, Akira already prepares plan B if Yuri split up with him. He will meet Kurisaki that wants to fight him one-on-one. But Akira knows that Kurisaki doesn't want their fight to get disturbed, so he will accompany Akira to defeat the enemy. The negotiation between Akira and Rin is to tell Akira's place to one of the enemies when Akira and Kurisaki fight with each other. So Akira has a partner to use his cannon. Although the fight was hard and Akira get injured all around his body, Akira and Kurisaki manage to defeat that guy. Besides telling Akira's place, Rin also helps him to defeat one of the red teams that have the power to control and make his doll alive. Rin searched and found his hiding spot and defeated easily. Kumagiri's fight is very hard. Even though Kumagiri had one of his hands cut off, he finally managed to beat him. Then move to Akira. After the fights with Kurisaki and that red team member, he comes to help the support team that gets attacked in a middle way. Because the enemy gets information that Akira can use cannon but his power isn't cannon, the information becomes uncertain, and make the enemy thinks of many possibilities of his power. So Akira took his past enemy's sword and make the enemy thinks that he can use his power. So Akira uses it and defeats him easily. Moving to the base, turns out there is a traitor from the green team. They didn't expect this because she was in the green team from the start. Because the traitor threatens Shirasagi with killing a baby named Taro, Shirasagi surrenders and throws his phone away. But Ringo doesn't want to give the baby to that traitor and fights to seize that baby. Ringo uses his power against the traitor power, a cannon. Turns out Ringo's power doesn't just make the power become 10% more than usual but also the reload speed becomes 10% of it. Then with her plan, Ringo defeats the traitor and secures the baby. The quest doesn't end because the green team leader isn't Shirasagi. Turns out the leader is switched to Akira. In another place, Kumagiri and Kurisaki come to Yuri's place and help her to defeat Ichi. Move to Akira. He uses the Mion points to search for the location of Kuro. With this, Akira succeeds to find Kuro's place, but Kuro already anticipates this and bring a bunch of his slave. How Kuro got all of these slaves because he and Ichi make a scenario where the new recruit member is attacked by Ichi and saved by Kuro. With that, they will have a loan to Kuro, and with that Kuro can start using his power. Then, Kuro and Akira's fight begin. From the start Kuro has so much advantage because there are so many people that surrounded Akira with so much power. Akira got baited, and Kuro weakened his attack a bit and let Akira talks, but with this Akira now loaned to Kuro and Kuro can start using his power. Akira uses his power to teleport behind Kuro, but it also gets predicted. Kuro already prepares a few slaves to hold Akira and stabs Akira. But Akira already plans all of this and prepare a lump of meat behind his cloth. With that, now Kuro and Akira are facing each other, and Akira baits Kuro to think that his power is like Shirasagi's power and use it to defeat Kuro. Akira says that Kuro's biggest weakness is didn't know what exactly is Akira's power. That is a part of Akira's plan because the red team member that told Akira his power that day is Akira who disguises him. Moving to Ichi's fight, even with 3 people besieging Ichi it doesn't have enough power to beat him. Akira took Kuro's smartphone and immediately come to Ichi's place, but Kuro doesn't give Akira his real smartphone but a fake one. Back to Ichi's fight, even Yuri gets injured in one of her hands. Actually she manages to beat Ichi. But when she wants to give her final punch Kuro shut down Yuri's power with their remaining points. And then, Ichi attacked Yuri until she got unconscious. When Ichi wants to kill Yuri, Akira uses the remaining point to shout and negotiate with Ichi. If Ichi kills Yuri and the other members there, Akira will hide and send all of his members to fight Ichi. His defeat is a guarantee. But if Ichi didn't kill Yuri, Akira himself will face one-on-one against Ichi. Then, Ichi thinks a bit. He knows that Kuro is already beaten so it doesn't matter anymore, and he accepts Akira's trade. Then Akira comes to Ichi and fights against him. The fight goes quickly. Akira uses Yuri's power to dodge Ichi's and counter Ichi's attack with that power. And with that Akira wins the fight. Then Mion appears and tells that the winning king has to take the present and heal all of Akira's friends, and after Akira takes the present Mion will unite them. But Mion has something to do first, so she tells Akira to wait in the place first. In the ending scene, when Akira washes his face in the river, Omoto appears to congrats Akira. Omoto comes because he is interested in Akira's power. Akira is confused and tries to find Omoto's power, but Omoto said if Akira wants to know his power he will show it. Then Omoto baits Akira to think that his power is cannon and uses it to shoot Akira. Omoto says that he has a goal to defeat Mion with his own hand and needs Akira's helps to do that. And we get shown a scene where Akira and Yuri met in Tokyo with the handcuffed. The 4th program place is in Tokyo. Sadly that is the end of the story. Hope the 2nd season is coming out soon. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subs to this channel.